Justice League 2021, March 18th.
Look, my final thoughts. I have, but I wanted to, what you were saying before. I was trying to say that Zach didn't even see the original.
No, he refused to see it.
It wasn't that he refused to see it.
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. He was too emotionally done, and Deborah Snyder and Christopher Nolan both said, "Don't see it. He
don't see it.
He can't see this movie. He cannot see this movie."
No.
And it shows. This shows that he shouldn't have seen it.
The question is, though, should he see it now after this version was released?
Look, I reckon he's seen it just before filming went underway for this.
Yeah, I agree.
But at the time, he shouldn't have seen it.
Not only that, for his work was being tamed, but the man lost his daughter. Speaking of,
I want to mention that.
Yeah, he at the final part of the credits.
Yes, did you just see this
for Autumn?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's that. But the reason that they played Hallelujah, right?
Wasn't that his daughter's favorite song?
Yeah, I'm just about to read it to you now. Hallelujah is Autumn Snyder's favorite song. The cover was a tribute to her. It was sung by Alison Crowe at her funeral and plays at the end of the credits.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
He really loved his daughter. And honestly, he's gone through such a tragedy. Because I think that was Zach's only daughter, right?
I think so, yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to just have a quick look at that. Yeah, so can you believe he's only 55?
Right?
Yeah. He has, oh my God, he has 8 children.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. Wow. But look, this movie, yeah, masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece.
So, yeah. You have an emotional connection to this movie.
Yeah, I really do.
Okay.
I stood up at the end of it in my own home, stood up from my couch and applauded the TV because I was that happy with this.
I bowed in respect because this movie was a testimony for how much Zach, not only for us as fans, but also, his daughter would have wanted him to finish this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you can see it before.
As someone who has survived suicide, because I have attempted, the pain and suffering that you go through, especially for your loved ones, it is hell. I've seen people who have had their loved ones actually die, and it destroys you.
Destroys the family.
And you feel like you can't recover, but you can. So, Techie, if you want, you reckon you could put the number in for suicide hotline, for Lifeline, stuff like that, if you could put that in, because it's very important, because suicide is a very important thing to talk about. If you are feeling suicidal, if you are feeling depressed, please call Lifeline. Techie is putting up the number right now for you guys to talk, you to call this number. Know that you're not alone. Know that you can talk to people. It is very important that you do talk. Don't live in silence. So
if you guys are feeling that way, please call Lifeline Australia at 131114.
You're never alone. It's okay to talk with someone. Take it from me. I've talked to a counselor. I've been to therapy.
I've been to therapy a lot this year as well. So,
Love your life. But this was a masterpiece of a movie. And I agree with what you've said.
If we don't get the Snyderverse reinstated, this is a nice finish.
Yeah, that's exactly what Angry Joe and Chris Duckman said. They said this is a nice finish.
A nice wrap up of his trilogy. But at the same time, it's also a nice indication for if you want more, we've got it planned. Now, before we do finalize everything, we have to mention, because we haven't mentioned it yet. Jared Leto's Joker, dude.
Oh, the nightmare sequence. Fucking Deathstroke, anybody?
Yeah.
That ending epilogue with the nightmare sequence, them in the future, Cyborg with all the extra stuff on him. But not just Jared Leto, not just Deathstroke. Mera was there too. She was using a Triton, and I think that's Atlan's Triton that she was using.
Yeah, I think so.
One person there that made me really happy. It's Barry Allen in his Nightmare Flash armor.
We also have to mention too is that Arthur died.
Yes, Arthur died, and who kills him?
Superman.
Superman does.
Yep. But no, we have to talk about Jared Leto. Where the hell was this Joker 4 years ago?
In fucking Suicide Squad.
It's a complete game changer. I want more of this Joker. The fact that we also
have an interaction between him and Batman.
Well, not just that, but it was also the fact that we also get the indication of him going, why would you send the boy wonder to do a man's job?
Talking about Jason Todd.
Well, yeah, but talking about the suit that we see in BVS.
Mm-hmm.
Which we knew it was him, but they talk about that.
I love what's written on that suit. The joke's on you, Batman.
Yeah.
Plus, also, Joker knows who he is. He knows who he is.
Plus, we also should mention, too, the post-credit scene from the original was changed, too. The dialogue's changed. And it sets up Ben Affleck's Batman movie.
It does.
And boy, does it set it up. I feel like that some of the stuff that was actually mentioned was probably added in now.
Especially with Deathstroke now knowing. Like, I knew from BVS that Lex knew who Batman was, but then he just straight up just fucking tells Slade Wilson. I'm like,
I've got something for you. Not to waste your time, but the Batman, his name is Bruce Wayne.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he goes, this wasn't a waste of my time.
Yeah. And then he also says, an eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye.
So that means
I have some personal business with him. So that means that Batman took his fucking eye.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, God damn. Meaning that Batman's actually fought him before and managed to kick his ass.
Yeah. And this is what we're supposed to be getting in Ben Affleck's Batman movie. With these two guys fighting it out.
It's even more... This is going to make you really, really upset. I was doing some... I was just reading through some IGN articles about a few weeks ago. And they were talking about that potential Batfleck movie and the some of the people who were supposed to work on the movie. The director, Snyder, the director of the movie, who was going to be director, Matt Reeves, when he was working with Ben Affleck's one.
But it was also Affleck himself too.
He was going to be the director, he was going to be the writer, and he's going to be starring it. They said that they wanted to try and recreate that sequence from the Arkham Origins cinematic opening.
Yeah,
which I was like, oh my god, why would you just scrap that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to yell because that is one of my favorite cinematic fights of all fucking time because it's so goddamn good. Why would you destroy that?
I know.
But who knows what we're going to get with Patterson's Batman?
Oh well,
I
we
mean,
know for a fact we're not getting him. We know for a fact we're not getting Deathstroke.
may not get it now, but it would make sense that a young Batman would go against a more like smarter because it's exactly how it was in Origins. Batman and only doing it for about 5 years. Deathstroke's been doing it a lot longer.
Yeah.
How good would that be if they did maybe when they did a second movie or hell even a third movie? Maybe it is his 5th year.
Yeah.
And maybe it is Christmas time.
Mm.
Maybe they just do the whole storyline to Arkham Origins for Make It Better and introduce Joker. That would be an amazing way. Because Joker's not been seen yet.
No, well, not in this universe.
Not in Patterson's universe, but anyway.
But
yeah, that whole sequence at the end, I love that. I loved I love Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke in the nightmare sequence with the fucking mohawk and the patch over the eye, and also the armor. It's not orange, it's grey, it's blacked out, it's scratched off because he's wearing it for so long. I loved how like world weathered all the people looked, especially with Mera being not at the sea. You can see it in their eyes, especially with Cyborg and also looking quite, a bit worn down himself. Seeing Flash wearing that armor, seeing how many times he's had to go into the past, because his thing, and I learned this as well, the reason why Joker is there and telling him how many universes how many times you've gone back in time to try and fix this and have failed.
Oh, that's what we should mention too, is the callback to BVS with Flash too.
Yeah, he's like, Bruce sitting in the chair. He's
right
like,
here,
I was sitting in this
and
right
Barry
chair.
was right there telling me that
Barry Allen was right there. He was from the future. He was wearing some type of armor, but I knew it was him, and I didn't know what it meant. We know where he was coming from.
He said Lois was the key.
Lois was the key. And we know exactly where it's coming from. He's coming from that. Now, do I believe that is in the future? I believe it's one of those futures. It's one of those futures if Lois dies. If Lois dies, then that future will come to fruition. Now, do I think that they will probably do that? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Do I think that would be an interesting way of a Batman movie? Oh, fuck yeah, it would be an interesting way of a Batman movie. Instead of just him defending Gotham, just do it fucking Mad Max style, man. I'd love that.
Yeah.
I'd love just Batman going through the Earth, completely taken over by Darkseid on the Bat Tank. Yeah, we didn't mention the Bat Tank.
Oh yeah,
the fucking Bat Tank, man. Oh my god, it's not just some cheap knockoff version. It's a complete recreated Bat Tank from Frank Miller's comic book, complete with the front looking like a bat, looking like the head of a bat, with the ears, the giant tank. That is so fucking cool. I am so happy. Let that be the normal Batmobile now. Fuck all the others. I mean, I love the BVS Batmobile. It's not my favorite Batmobile, but this is better because it fits his Batman. Also, another thing as well, I just loved I love that suit that he's wearing when he's standing on top of the tank. Did you know what suit he was wearing?
No, I didn't really see the suit properly.
I did. I had a good look at it because I actually paused it. Now, for those of you who do not know, when it comes to Batfleck, the BVS suit is my favorite suit. I love it more than the Justice League suit.
Actually, this Justice League suit is pretty much the exact same, if you noticed. And in the original Justice League one, it had a blue tint to it.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't really like it.
This is the gray.
Yeah, but I like how it looks in this. I also love how you don't actually see him put on the tactical suit, the tactical bat suit. No, but I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. But I'm noticing that scene as well. And here's the thing, okay? I have watched extensive interviews with the owner of Ironhead Studios, who made the BVS suit, and I have examined that suit so many times. He's wearing the BVS suit in that scene. He actually went back to wearing that suit when he goes to Gotham, which I actually like because I think that's his most known suit. That suit is one of my favorite suits because it is a miracle of how beautiful that suit looks. I did not like how they changed a lot of the aspects in the Justice League suit, but at the same time, though, there's some elements in that Justice League suit that I do like. This movie made me fall in love with Batfleck again. I lost a lot of faith for him after Justice League because of the way they treated his character. But after this, I want more. I do. So, my thoughts. So we've given Techie's thoughts. I'll give my final thoughts on this movie.
Yep.
I've been watching comic book movies for a long time. Batman is one of my favorite superheroes. DC is my first fan base that I ever delved into because Batman 1989 was my first Batman movie I ever watched. And I will say this without a shadow of a doubt, especially with coming from watching Chris Reeve Superman, with Linda Carter's Wonder Woman and Michael Keaton's Batman. This is a beautiful film. This is the first film that we ever got a Justice League put together.
We were supposed to get it a couple of years ago.
We were supposed to get it a couple of years ago.
Early 2000s, we were supposed to get, maybe 2007, 2008 with Armie Hammer playing Batman.
Yeah, it was going to be called Justice League Mortal, and it was supposed to be really good, but the project never went off the ground, and it sucks.
It was due to the writer's strike.
Yeah, it was due to a writer's strike. Also, if that movie had come out, it would have actually rivaled Avengers that came out in 2012.
Would it?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was being done 2007, 2008.
Well, it would have come... Actually, no. Let me say that again. It would have come out before Iron Man ever came out, before the MCU even started. And it wouldn't have helped DC. But, of course, writer's strike, and they just didn't have... It didn't never happen.
It never worked.
Many years later, we got a Justice League movie, 2017. It was absolutely fire. And now we have the true version. And I could not agree more. This is a better version of the film. Made me happy to be a DC fan. And it made me to be a fan in general. I think this movie needs to be viewed by many others. Now, I know there are going to be people who are going to be openly critical about this, and there are people who have been openly critical about the movie, saying, hey, it's not that good and that, but everyone has a different experience. Everyone is allowed to be critical of it, but don't get mad at the fans because it's not out. It's because we wanted this. We fought so fucking hard for this, and people who say that, Snyder's bullshit because he can't direct. Have you watched 300? Have you watched Watchmen? Have you watched any other of his films? I honestly cannot argue that point anymore. Go watch Zack Snyders' Justice League if you felt burned by the 2017 Joss Whedon version.
Yeah.
All right.
I should mention, currently, as of recording this, it's still at 74% on the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes.
How's that audience
score? Is 96%.
Yes. So it's actually much higher than Joss Whedon's version, which is rotten at the moment.
Which, let's have a look at the original one. Its tomato meter is at 40%.
How's the audience score?
And its audience score is at 71%.
71? What?
Yep.
Critics hated it, though. And I hated it. And a lot of people hated it so much that we wanted a new version.
Yep. But, yeah, look, this was a nice little finish up for the Snyderverse if we don't get it continued, which Warner Brothers, after looking at the numbers of this, are fucking mad if they don't continue.
Yeah.
But for me, I give this movie 10 out of 10. I really do. It's just something that kind of got created out of nothing, really. and look at this masterpiece that we got. What about you? What are your ratings?
Same as yours. 10 out of 10. This is a movie that was made for the fans because of us that we got this movie made. That we actually got it to. We brought this movie to life. And I cannot agree more that this movie needed to happen, and I'm so happy that it did. Honestly.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah. All right,
guys.
Well,
yeah. Well,
thanks for staying so long, guys, and thanks for coming and listening to us talk about this. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We can't control
it is what
that.
It is. Yeah, it is what it is.
But we'll be back tomorrow. I'm thinking, we've got 3 shows tomorrow. Now, our regular Sunday show, though, is probably going to be shorter than normal because we did a show on Wednesday, so we kind of covered a lot of the basis of everything that kind of got announced. But it will be a small show on Sunday for our regular Techie and Talon show. We'll also be back tomorrow doing the Disney Plus recap shows. Because Talon still hasn't seen it yet.
I'll probably watch it tonight. Probably.
Yeah, get onto it.
Or tomorrow, but I'll try to watch it tonight.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Until tomorrow, we'll see you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Oh.